Hello guys, welcome back to another Meet Your Maker video, and I'm actually excited for this video. So today we're going to be raiding a streamer's base. If you guys ever played Dead by Daylight, you might know who I'm talking about. One of the biggest streamers in that community, Otzdarva. He created a base on Meet Your Maker and he made it social so anyone can raid it. Otz is a pretty big Dead by Daylight YouTuber, someone I've been watching for a while, and I'm definitely a big fan of his, so I feel honored just being able to raid his base. And let me tell you, this base was not easy. I died a total of 10 times, and it was definitely getting a little frustrating at some point because his base is really tricky and pretty hard, but we ended up beating it in the end, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So the video you're gonna see was actually taken from the replay feature of the game, where you can actually rewatch yourself raiding someone's base. So if you notice it's a little bit buggy, then that's why, because we're using the replay feature, and I'm just going to talk post commentary over the video to explain what I was doing. And if you want to go watch Otz on Twitch or his YouTube channel, I will link his channels down below so you guys can go check him out and show him some love. Alright, so we started with going in the base first, and I was kind of nervous. I was just really peeking and trying to go really slow. I thought it was going to be a crazy amount of stuff around this corner. So I was taking out the basic traps that I've seen. Still panicking. I figured that was a holographic cube. I didn't have no bullets for that grabber, so now I was kind of worried. So I threw my shield down, get some of my ammo. Still looking around. I have no idea what to expect. I was like, let me get rid of the grabbers real quick. And I almost died by the impaler. At this point, I'm pretty confident. I'm like, okay, this is not as bad. And then that scared the hell out of me when that grabber grabbed me. So that was a good placement. I was kind of looking around to see if there was any other crazy traps, but I think we're good to go. So I was moving on to the next part. You can see I'm very hesitant. I'm just like stopping and looking. And we make our way up the tower. And then I hear stuff going on in this room, so I'm like, oh boy. So I saw the two plasma traps right there. And I noticed only one of them had that mod on. The one where the bullet turns into like a force field thing. And I think I didn't remember which plasma trap it was. Then I realized it was the one on the left. The one on the right didn't have it, so if I got rid of the one on the left, I would have been good. So I got rid of the left one first, then got rid of the right one. And then I had one more bullet, and I realized I had to get that incendiary trap out the way. So we got that out the way, but then I realized I didn't have any bullets to get the other traps. So I just decided to wait and use my stim shot and just speed through. And I was nervous. I was like, I didn't know what to expect. So we made it through. I'm seeing some cubes here. I'm thinking they're holographic, probably for second wave though. Going through, I'm like, okay, it's a little suspicious because there's no traps up here, but we got the gen mat, so let's grab it and zoom out of here. So I use my speed stim shot, just rush through shooting everything. And then I ran into the damn warmonger and I got stuck because I choked my shots. Round 2, we do the same thing. We come right on in, get rid of the traps. It's a little bit easier because I know what to expect. Got rid of that grabber. Baited his arrows. Then we move up to the this part again. I forgot which plasma trap had the force field mod, so we just had to wait it out. Alright, so we get rid of that one, and then I ended up dying by it, which was embarrassing. Then attempt 3, we make it to that part again, where now I know to take the left one out first. So now I'm pretty much memorizing everything. Take out the plasma traps first, and then I try to take out the incendiary one. A little bit laggy because of the replay feature. Then I just try to zoom in there, but I did not know he had the cluster trap right there. So those grenades killed me. That was pretty frustrating. Next attempt, we're back at the same spot again. Get rid of the plasmas, get rid of incendiary. So pretty much the same game plan every time. I try to zoom through. I choke my bullets and I missed the incendiary down the hall, but luckily I had the arc barrier to save me from the grenades. Then I was like, let me get my ammo back, but I was kind of nervous right here, so I was like, let me peek out, wait for the trap to finish, and then I'm gonna blow it up. There we go. And now I'm pretty confident. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to be careful this time. We're gonna speed run through it again, but hopefully I don't choke any of my shots. And then I get killed. I didn't see that one coming. Alright, so we made it through all that stuff again. All the way to the gen mat. And keep in mind, this is multiple attempts. I'm just speeding it up for the video. But we make it back to the gen mat, where I thought I would just take my time this time. So I threw down my force field. And then these bodies came out the sky out of nowhere. Which I did not expect. So I'm like, okay, I'll be good. And then I got blown up. I was like, damn, okay, that's what we're dealing with? So then we make it back again, the next attempt. And I'm like, okay, let me be more careful. And I thought I would try to go through the lava cube while using the arc barrier, and I did it too early. And ended up panicking and dying in the cube. I thought it would have been a nice play if I ended up going through the cube. Another attempt, we made it back to the gen mat. And this time I actually switched to the Phoenix pod, which revives you after you die. So I thought, let me throw that down first, and then just try to withstand as much dead bodies as I can. So I withstood it. I don't know how that killed me, but I waited before I respawned for all the enemies to drop and blow up. The Phoenix pod is amazing, by the way. I highly suggest that. Then we got revived, and I was able to actually take my time this time on the way out. I'm still panicking, thinking there's going to be like a late set of bodies. So now we're just going to take out some traps one by one, which doesn't seem that bad. I was like, this should be easy. Get rid of some of these traps here. This base is definitely designed to stop anyone trying to speed run through it. I mean, it's possible, but it'll be very, very hard. So I just try to take out these traps one by one, being very careful. That actually scared me right there. Then I saw two warmongers, but the trap actually killed them for me. So Otz, I don't know if you're watching this, but that trap has kind of helped me out right there. Killed your warmongers for me. Alright, and then I just slowly went out, but with all the traps he used from the first wave, I didn't think he had that much left over. So I was pretty confident that we would get out. You could see me being extra cautious. I was kind of nervous. And then we made it out. And yeah, that was a very challenging, good base. Otz, congrats on this base. You did amazing. And yeah, that was really, really fun.